So maybe you're sitting in a cubicle, staring at a screen, doing work that pays the bills, but it doesn't really light you up. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I love travel. Could I actually do something with this? Maybe you're curious about becoming a travel advisor, but it's also really confusing, overwhelming, and honestly, a little risky. So today I want to walk you through the quickest, cleanest route from cubicle to travel advisor without wasting years spinning your wheels. And just so we're clear from the start, this is about building a real business, not picking up a side hobby that never goes anywhere. I'm Jill. I'm a travel advisor and entrepreneur with over 20 years in the travel industry, and here I share insights and tips about working in the industry and getting started the right way. Let's talk about what actually speeds this process up, because there's a huge difference between talking about becoming a travel advisor and wanting to become a travel advisor and dabbling, and the people who actually end up making the leap and booking clients. And it really comes down to a few smart decisions made in the right order. The first step is deciding that this will be a business, not a hobby. This is the mindset shift that's really necessary. Dabbling sounds safe, but it's actually what can keep you stuck. When you treat this like something that you'll try when you have time, you really end up moving slowly and can second guess yourself and hesitate at every decision that you need to make. When you make the decision that it's a business that you're building, your brain switches into problem-solving mode. You really stop asking, what if this doesn't work? And you start asking, what's my next best move that I need to make? And what if this does work? Speed really comes from commitment, and not really from knowing everything up front. The next step is to really understand the cost and the financial investment into this new career. Understanding this will really help you move forward because you'll be able to see how it can fit into your life. I have a number of videos on this financial topic that I'll link to below. And then this one is a recent one that I recorded about all the costs getting started as a new travel advisor. So please watch these if the finances are where you are feeling stuck. The next step is choosing the right structure, and for most new advisors, this means working under a host agency. This is where I see people lose months, sometimes years, just Googling how to start, trying to reinvent the wheel, or thinking that they need to build everything from scratch. A host agency already has the systems, the credentials, the supplier relationships, the training, and the back-end support all in place already for you. You're essentially plugging into an existing framework instead of building it yourself. This shortcut alone removes an enormous amount of friction and gets you into the industry faster and cleaner. And I have videos about choosing a host agency too on the channel, and I'll list the best ones below too. The third step is picking one or two niches and one or two ideal clients. I know this part makes people nervous sometimes because it feels like it could be limiting yourself, but focus really creates momentum. And frankly, less overwhelm, especially in the beginning. When you try to serve everyone, you can sound really vague, and vague doesn't really attract clients. When you're clear about who you help and what you help them with, your confidence really shows through differently in the conversations that you have. And you end up booking faster because people can immediately feel that and tell if you're for them or not. And this doesn't lock you in forever, it just simply gives you a clear starting lane so you can move forward right away. And not to mention, learning the entire world is a bit overwhelming. The next step is learning how to sell travel, not just plan it. Loving travel and being really good at planning a trip is great, but this is a sales business, and selling really doesn't need to be pushy or awkward. It really just means knowing how to guide your client conversations, how to position yourself and your expertise, and how to communicate the value of working with you. When you learn how to sell properly, everything accelerates and feels a little bit easier and more natural. Now, this isn't a video about selling, but I will say a couple of things about it. It doesn't feel like you're selling when you learn how to listen really well. Help your potential client feel like you've got them covered by clearly communicating with them. Care about them, and of course keep the momentum going with your responses, workflow, and communication. I mean, these things are essentially a huge part of the sales process, and they can come pretty naturally. If you're a good listener or you work on being a good listener, you communicate clearly, you care about your client, and you really want them to have the best experience possible for them, and you show that and you respond and communicate really well. I mean, these things, as basic as they sound, to me are the essentials in selling. And the last step here is building visibility early, before you feel ready. This is where perfectionism can really slow you down. You don't need a perfect brand or a perfect website or perfect confidence yet to just start showing up. Honestly sharing what you're learning, talking about why you're building this business, and letting people see the real journey. Content and video are leverage. They work for you even when you're not in the room. So waiting until you feel ready usually just means waiting longer than necessary. And here's the truth that I really want you to hear. This is not the only path to becoming a travel advisor, but it's the fastest one that I've seen over and over again. Progress doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from momentum, clarity, and making aligned decisions, all in the right order. And if you're wondering whether becoming a travel advisor is the right path for you, I've got a free worksheet that'll help you figure it out. I'll link it below. It walks you through all the big questions to ask yourself before you really dive in. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these steps feels like the one that you've been stuck on the most? And when you're ready, watch this video next where I share how travel advisors get paid. Thanks for watching.